Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some Beacon brand. These are all heavenly bars. This is the Ivory Cream, milk chocolate.
I have the red velvet, the peanut brittle, and the mint magic.
Brian lives in the UK, but he visited South Africa and he picked up these candy bars for us in South Africa. So thank you very much to Brian. One of them, this one was torn a little bit. I might have torn it, taken it out of the package, or jostling it around, or it could have already been, I don't know. It was just a little bitty hole. That's why it shows up on camera. There's tape on there, that's why. This is the Ivory Cream. It is smooth white chocolate. These are 80-gram bars. And we're not gonna know the calories, I don't think. No, we're not gonna know the calories. That's okay. Oh, that opens so easy. It will be interesting.
That's probably why that package is open this little bit, because it does open so easy.
It will be interesting for us to try their white chocolate, won't it? To see if it's gonna be our version of white chocolate or the UK version.
We've had some candies from like Africa in general when we went to Jungle Gems.
Yes, we have, and we might have had
their brand.
Yeah, we might have had their white chocolate. I don't remember it though.
The texture is like almond bark, except not as hard. Mm-hmm. It has a slight grit to it.
And you know, not everybody has almond bark or knows what almond bark is. It's
a candy coating they sell at the baking aisle. Mm-hmm. You melt it and you dip stuff in it. Mm-hmm. It's not white chocolate though. It is a coating.
But that's what it tastes like.
It's very similar to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very similar. And if you ever wanted to eat almond bark, you really can't just eat it because it comes in
huge hard blocks.
Yeah, it's big, but it's one of those things. I use it to make like Oreo balls. Mm-hmm. It's perfect, but when it melts, you could just melt it. You could use it for like a bark. Yeah, like peppermint bark or whatever you want to add to it.
It'd be super easy.
But once you put it on once you melt it and you put it on like a baking sheet, stick it in the freezer for a little while, like 10 minutes.
You don't have to do that. You can just let it sit.
And it'll harden up and you can eat it, and it's fantastic.
It's got a good flavor to it.
That is what that reminds me of.
It reminds me a lot of it. It's very good. Mm-hmm. It's not as sweet as what our white chocolate would be.
No, it's not. But it's sweeter than a lot of the white chocolate in the UK.
It is. Mm-hmm. I agree.
So it's right in between.
Yeah.
This is the milk chocolate, smooth milk chocolate. I'm just gonna hand them to you. And this one was a little broken, which is fine. It has come all the way from Cape Town. So
I like that too.
mm-hmm.
It's smooth and creamy, but it has a little texture to it. I don't want to say gritty because that makes it sound like a bad thing. It's a little hard grittiness,
it's not like that.
But it does have for lack of a better word, roughness to it. There's a texture to it.
Right.
It's not just smooth, nothing. There's like a little grain to it.
I'm trying to think of what chocolate I would compare it to, just to give people an idea of that flavor.
I don't know. It's not as sweet as like a Cadbury or a Milka. It's not quite that.
It doesn't have the creaminess.
Yeah.
It doesn't have definitely is not creamy as Milka.
Yeah.
And it doesn't remind me of Cadbury.
No.
It doesn't remind me of Hershey's.
But it's a little better than Hershey's.
It's better than Hershey's, but the flavor is closer to Hershey's to me, it's closer to a Hershey flavor than it is to a Cadbury or Milka flavor.
Do you get an aftertaste from that?
It just tastes like a nice milk chocolate.
See, I'm getting like an earthy, like a coffee almost after.
No, I don't get that. It just tastes like it's a very nice, full flavored milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's very good.
I like it quite a bit. This is red velvet, smooth white chocolate with red velvet center. And I wanted to try just the regular milk before we went on to this one, even though it is in white. Yeah, before we moved on to the flavors, because the rest of them are flavors. So we're going back to the white.
And they're filled with like a red, like filling. You can see it. Oh, here you go.
Now that.
I don't care for that.
That does not taste like red velvet.
Well, I don't know if what they're trying to. I don't know. It has almost like a chemical, like artificial aftertaste.
I'm thinking more of a medicinal.
Yeah.
It's almost
chemical,
like
yeah.
it's almost like now we have their mint bar here, but it's almost like there's some kind of a minty flavor to it. It's
different.
Yes, it's not red velvet at all.
No, it's not. I won't say it's horrible.
Oh, I don't think it's bad.
But it's very imitation, artificial, chemical-like.
See, I'm not even getting.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, for me, because all of those things would say that's not a good flavor. I don't mind the flavor, but if you're buying it for red velvet, it's like that is like no other red velvet I've ever had in my
No, because red velvet's basically chocolate and cream cheese usually.
Yeah, and that just, I mean, to me it is good, but it's so different because there's a hint of mint there. I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm not getting mint. I'm just getting that.
This is peanut brittle, smooth milk chocolate with peanuts and caramel pieces.
It sounds good.
It does sound really good. Yeah, I wish I knew what ingredient are they putting in that red velvet that they think makes it taste like red velvet, because it doesn't. But then what would you name that candy bar? This is full of stuff. There's like little pieces. I'll have a close-up picture at the end. Oh.
So peanut brittle. Little pieces
Yeah.
of crunchy, sugary peanut
But when
butter.
I tell you what candy bar that reminds me of, you'll say, Mr. Good Bar.
I don't think so.
You don't?
Mr. Goodbar has not just peanuts.
It does.
Chocolate and peanuts. This has these little crunchy, sugary pieces.
It does, but I only got 2 of those.
Oh, see, I got a bunch of them.
Oh, no, see, I mainly got the chocolate
peanuts.
and the peanuts.
No, I could see that if you're just getting peanuts.
Yeah.
I could see that. No, I got a lot of the crunchy.
No, I only got 2. I only
Yeah.
got 2 crunchy pieces. So once you do hit those crunchy pieces, it's like, okay, that's the difference.
Yeah, it adds like a burnt sugar kind of flavor to it.
If they made one of those bars with just the milk
peanuts.
chocolate and the peanut, it's exactly like a Mr.
Yeah,
Good
I
Bar,
agree. It would
which
change
we
the flavor.
love Mr. Good Bars.
Yep, I agree with you.
That is very nice.
I like that one. Yeah.
This is Mint Magic smooth milk chocolate with mint flavored pieces.
It looks like yeah, it's not filled. It's like literally chips or something.
When it's from something from a different country, I really like to try to think of something that you could get locally so that you would realize that's the flavor we're tasting. So even the chocolate in that, to me, that peanut brittle bar, even the chocolate to me reminded me of a Mr. Good Bar.
I think that's is that a Nestle?
I
I know it's Nestle because you get them in those mix packs.
You get a mix pack, yeah, and you get
It
a
does
crackle.
the crackle and
Yeah.
Oh, that would be Hershey's.
I think it's Hershey's. Yeah, it's Hershey's because they have the special dark that we don't eat. Okay, so this is the mint.
That has little crunchy bits in it too.
So see, by me saying that one reminded me closer to Hershey's than it does. You see why now I'm thinking that with that too.
I do not like that at all.
That tastes like toothpaste.
Yeah, it's worse than toothpaste.
I don't think it's worse than toothpaste, but I do think it tastes like toothpaste.
Yeah, I don't like the mix of that mint and that chocolate.
Really?
No, I don't like that one at all. That one and the red velvet I would never eat again.
That is, it's different than most mint bars here because it has all kinds of little crunchy pieces in it.
Like crystals of sugar.
Yeah, it's not like puffed rice or something like that, like Rice Krispie. It's literally like sugar, but it's like really coarse pieces. Like the brittle out of the peanut brittle one, it's like they put that brittle in that mint. I don't mind it at all. Even though it is toothpastey, I like the flavor of it. It doesn't bother me.
The aftertaste is just mint, so that's not bad. It's just while I was eating it, I don't know, it was a weird mix of the mint and the chocolate for me. I just didn't care for it.
Right.
Just like the red velvet, it was an odd mix of whatever that was. Those two I would never buy again.
The red velvet and the mint.
But any of these three, I would eat any of these.
So the
three
white chocolate, the milk chocolate, and the peanut brittle are the ones that you like. And your very, very favorite?
Probably the white one.
And I'm going to say the peanut brittle because I really like that flavor.
I like that one too.
Hershey's, I am not, I wouldn't go out and buy a regular Hershey bar. Or even when I was growing up, I would eat Hershey's with almonds. I wouldn't even buy that nowadays. There's certain Hershey bars though that I would buy. I would buy one of the gold, Hershey's Gold, which they stopped making for some asinine reason. And I would buy the cookies and cream, but I would also buy a Mr. Good bar. And that peanut brittle really tastes like a Mr. Good bar. Yeah, and Kevin would get a crackle. Yeah. So there's more to Hershey than just the regular bars because we wouldn't buy those either, like a lot of you. But that peanut brittle is just, it has that Mr. Good bar flavor.
And I like almond bark anyway. I like the little pieces when we made stuff and it drips on the pan. I like to pick the little pieces off and eat them. So I really like that white one.
Yeah. So, Brian, thank you again so much for sending these. I will have a picture for you at the end, and thanks for watching.